let me tell you what I remember and what I know from experience about growing tobacco. Smoking number 7 broken flake. There are so many videos out there about growing tobacco, drying it, curing tobacco, aging, fermenting. You've seen them, I guess. Some ridiculous stuff. Cheers. I mean, do you really need a humidity control, an artificial light, an old fridge? Is that what the Indians used? I can tell you that my grandparents didn't use any of that. I used to help them. Even as a child, on the field, at home. Obviously, there are different ways of doing it around the world. But I'll tell you what I know about growing tobacco in the Balkans, more precisely in the Macedonia region. They used to grow oriental varieties and Virginia. Plant the seedlings in a raised bed covered with nylon after the last frost, just in case. And when they were that tall, they used to transplant them and plant them into the fields. I've done it by hand. And then they grow under a full sunlight. The harvest, when the leaves are ready, ripen, used to happen early in the mornings, still nighttime. People used to go in the field like 4 o'clock in the morning, pick up the leaves, load them bring them back to their houses on a donkey carts. And then we used to sit down in the yard, the whole family, and thread the leaves one by one onto a needle like that. And in long threads, about 5 to 8 feet long, hang them outside. In the sun or in the shadow. After a couple of weeks, even less, they were done, pretty dry. Then they were transported into barns, sheds, covered dark spaces, and hang down from the ceilings. They used to hang there for another at least 6 months. Around Christmas time or New Year, when the weather was colder and wetter and much more humid, these threads of tobacco, the dry ones, were taken down again once more, unthreaded from the string. Every leaf stretched out by hand and piled into bales, large bales wrapped in a burlap cloth. The bales were probably 6 feet tall by 3 by 2. The leaves were compressed. I used to sit on top of them. My grandfather used to put a board on the leaves while they were piling them, and I used to sit on them. So when the baling is done, they were brought back into the sheds and attics and barns in the dark, and kept there for another 6 months to a year. To do their thing. Nobody was fluffing around with temperatures and thermometers and humidity. Then they used to come and buy it for peanuts. Anyway, that's how it was done at home. I've seen also the kilns where they do the fire curing. Much faster. I'm gonna do something similar this year with the plants I have at home. I'll let you know how I'm getting on. there are other things that happen after that, which the tobacco companies know about, but they're not gonna tell you about it. And it's very unlikely you see it in a video. You must experiment. You know, you can actually smoke fresh tobacco, dried, but it's a bit harsh, depending on the variety. Still smokable. It's like a C&D blend. My uncle once told me how the old man in his village, when he was a child, used to smoke freshly harvested tobacco, dried. They used to get a leaf, a dried tobacco leaf from the same year crop. Boil a pot of water, dip the leaf for 3 seconds or 2 seconds, 3 times in the water, then dry it again and smoke it, and apparently improves the smoke. Anyway, that's enough